Oh, hi. I want to make a video on this one because for a very long time, it's 2024 now, I did not make a lot of videos because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable for saying so. But I think it's time for me to say something here. Now, first, there was a thread, a Reddit post 2 months ago. That he's talking about he does not like C++ 20 Stu format, and he said first it's often mentioned is type safe, while the old C style functions like printf are not, which is true of course, but OString also provide a way to format in type safe way. So question should not be why is it better than printf. Of course it is, but why it's better than C++ string functions. A second, he does not like the Python strings as old printf function. It should behave some whatever. Well, he's trying to just raise a concern, and he's probably also an advocate for format string as well. But he immediately gets a downvotes by r/CPP people, because on r/CPP or on Reddit or on X or Twitter, whatever, it's called X now, right? On X, because basically FMT also love to tweet a lot of shit on X. You have a bunch of basically code just basically defending Stu format for no reason, and they would even downvote you when you try to even have a slight concern with it. They will immediately shame you for doing so, right? And we know that clearly the FTM author is a liberal. You read all his posts, he's a liberal. He supports all the capitalist democracy, freedom, that kind of shit, propaganda. And basically become a propaganda machine of the bourgeois class. But it's very like what's happening with Rust, If you think of the Rust being a cover saying rewrite everything in Rust, now the Stu format folks is doing the exactly same thing to C++. Like this proposal. They're pushing a proposal to say changing the implementation of toString to Stu format, using the Stu format to implement it. Which is quite strange because now, why you just not use KLConf if you wanna just change the implementation? They're trying to change the implementation here of string, and it's just forced by this author because he has a bunch of code in WG21 supports him, and anyone who disagrees with them will just immediately they will immediately shame you and downvote you, which is basically an echo chamber that's showing with you why people hate it r/CPP Reddit. It's a cult. The entire Reddit is a talk. It's a cult, and they are talking about basically like cult thing. Now, if you look at Stu format, you have these. If now they're pushing something which is not even, you can say, even in a complete state, because how could you have in the entire interface being changed in C++23 when you can make this work before it was proposing to the standard? They're proposing something which is not even in a complete phase to you, and then shame you for saying you dislike him, and he will immediately downvote you. Right. And that's a big problem. It becomes a cow now. And they also argue about why is objectively better, the format string object better. I never heard any good argument about it. Right. They don't even have a rational argument about it. No rational argument why format string is better than non-format string solutions. But if you question about it, they will immediately shame on you. How is that not a cult? The cult is basically believe things without evidence, and the common characteristic with a cult is that the leader of the cult always alive, right? They're still alive. They are not someone who lives before. Unlike Christianity, the God does not exist, right? And even it did exist, it does not exist now. Unlike cult, basically, is a living person, and you worship him. Here's the same thing here. The Stu format, you have these people just basically worshiping him, and everything he said is basically true. They're just attacking other people, which is, I mean, at this point, I could safely say Stu format is exactly like I was said five years ago. It is regex 2.0. It has become regex 2.0. 10 years ago, people would even think garbage collector was a good idea. They would think adding regex into C++ was a good idea. But what about now? Garbage collector entire interface was removed in C++ 23, and soon with regex. Now, how could C++ repeat the same mistake with Stu format? You just shouldn't add a sub-language into a compiled language. It doesn't work. We need to understand C++ has a different user base, and unlike Python. And even it's not just the user base, the differences here. Even how they are implemented are very different. There's a lot of things you can do in Python you cannot do in C++, and vice versa. You cannot use something which works in another language and tries to emulate it in this language, and you expect it to work. That's never going to work. So, my argument is very simple. If Stu format is so good, why do you have so many defect reports? And these reports, these changes are not even small changes. They are very big changes. You can go read it. They often include the entire interface being changed, or API changes, or API changed. How is that a natural thing when you keep changing things? So it's a big concern now. Okay, that's about this video, and thank you for watching this video.